Alright, hello guys, it's Danny here once again, and I'm back after a few weeks of being away, and we are back to the lap guides. This time we are in second Spa Francorhamps for the brand new GT7 Daily Race B, which is a classic iconic combo in this game, Spa Group 3, and we are in the Toyota Supra Racing Concept 2018. So we spent up to about 2 hours doing the time trial for this. And so far, we have done a 17.5, albeit with, some stuff in the lab, but it's a pretty decent lap. And yeah, I'll give you a guide for it, so you guys can learn how to maximize the lap time around this track. So now, heading onto the bus stop chicane, you want to go as wide as possible before starting your lap. Just going right in the curb over here. And just staying to the right hand side of the track, going wide a little bit, and then just letting the car coast, swing it into the apex, and then going up the second gear, just as you are going to straight line the car, and then just floor it, just as you're bringing the car back into a straight line, and then just flooring it. Holding fourth gear here, you want to head into turn 1, just as you pass the 100-meter board, or when you're almost alongside it, pretty much. That's when you're braking in a straight line. Down the gears, the first gear. So third brake, let go of the brakes, release the brakes just as you're approaching the apex, let the car coast, and then you got to second gear just as the tires are skimming the apex curb, and then you just adjust the throttle input. You can floor it a little later after you pass the curb, but be very careful of the wheel spin, but it's easy to counter the wheel spin in this car. So for Aruts, I'm pretty much shifting up to 6th gear just as I pass the Aruts curb, and I'm turning into the Radiron sequence of corners. So the reason why I'm shifting that early is to avoid the car bogging down and losing more kilometers per hour if I upshift to 6 on the Camel. So your next braking point is pretty much just on the when you're alongside the 100-meter board on the left hand side, then second and up to third again, just to prepare the car for the Lecom corners, the Lecom chicane. So just once you pass the ballast, just a half throttle input to maintain revs and mid apex speed. So third gear, just trying to moderate the throttle very carefully from 75%. So I'm just lifting there. So I'm going up the fourth gear to get an earlier exit without running the risk of understeer and wheel spin, because we're getting the tailwind at this section right now. So you want stability. So for Devil's Corner, you're pretty much braking on the start outside curb over here. Just angling the car towards the apex. Let it coast. Once you're passing the bars, just go up the third gear. Just balance the throttle input like what I'm doing. And there's a patch in the middle of the track. That's the next braking point for No Name Corner. Just a small tap on the brakes, and let it, and then you upshift to fourth, and then you exit the corner in fourth gear. So just revving up fourth gear a little bit. Now for pull on, once you pass the 50-meter board, you're pretty much braking. Just a small tap on the brakes, just full press a little bit, and then just reduce the input. Once I'm just passing the curbs over here, and just going up to, I'm exiting pull on in fourth gear. And now for the chicane over here, just as I'm underneath the advertisement barrier over here, I'm pretty much ready braking. Just braking early there. You want to ride the curb here as much as possible, hug the inside of the apex in third gear. Also just apply the throttle input there to get as much apex speed as you can. I'm turning the car a lot here because you're getting the tailwind, and if it's steer a bit less, you're going to induce a bit of understeer in this car. You want to force the rotation a bit, especially if you're getting tailwind. So I'm exiting this complex of corners in fourth gear, so I can get a very early exit. Just right in the outside curb over there. And then for Stavelo, I'm just pretty much braking at just before the start of the outside curb and down to second gear. Right the curb a little bit, but let the car coast, so down up to third gear. And you cross the sector 1 with 41.785. That's a bit of coasting there. So I did get a bit of understeer over there, but that's okay, that's not a problem, because it's a bit of a crosswind over there. So just shifting early to 6th gear. So the ideal shift point on the higher gears from 4th gear onwards is pretty much about 75 to 80% on the rev limiter. in the GR Supra. So last corner, pretty much braking in between the 150 and 100 meter board. Then first gear for the extra rotation. When I'm riding the first part of the bus stop chicane, I'm going out the second. So down this, and then down to first again for the extra rotation mid corner, and then I'm exiting in second gear. So I did have a wheel spin moment here, which cost me about 1.5 tenths pretty much. But otherwise, it's a pretty decent lap as you can see. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the lap guide. I know it's a pretty simple lap guide today, but I've done lap guides on Spa Francorhamps before. But you know, this is with different BOP and different wind direction, different conditions, so it'll be a little different. Anyways, I leave you guys with a lap without a commentary. Take care, guys. Have a great week, and bye bye.